Hi guys, welcome to the Internet Diary, not so secret. My name is Valerie, and if you happen to be new to this channel, welcome. I really appreciate you guys being here. This channel is all about your real life stories and also your juicy confessions. So feel free to send some of your confessions. We'll read them. Of course, it will be anonymous. We'll even change the name, the city, the country of the person that we'll be reading the confessions for. So I just hope that if you feel like you have a confession or a story that you want to tell to inspire someone out there, or you just want to tell people that things are going rough but you are standing, I hope that you're going to send them through and we'll read them here. And once we have read them, I will let you know, and then you can actually check what other people are saying in the comment section. I also urge you guys to be nice in the comment section, because you never know what people are going through, and maybe your comment is just the last push they need to end it all. So be very careful, be kind, and also positive vibes in the comment section. Let's get into the story. This is our first episode and I am so excited to share the story with you. As you have seen by the title, the lady who sent the story, this one I got it from the internet, but I just thought that I should share it. It says that, am I the a-hole? It feels so wrong saying such a word on the internet, but yeah. Am I the a-hole for texting my husband that I wanted a divorce while in my affair partner's bed, only to find out he had already filed and I lost everything? As you have heard by the title of the story, she lost everything because of a marital affair that she had with the boss. So let's get into the story. I sent my husband a text saying I was leaving him for my boss while sitting in my boss' bed, and 30 seconds later, my entire world collapsed. We had been married for 8 years, together for 12. The kind of couple everyone said would last forever. So much pressure, hey? But somewhere along the line, I got bored. Started working late, started wearing nicer clothes to the office, started texting my boss about things that had nothing to do with quarterly reports. You deserve someone who appreciates you, my boss would say during our lunch meetings. Someone who sees how brilliant you are. My husband worked in construction. He would come home dirty, fall asleep watching TV, and never noticed my new perfume or the lingerie that I bought but never wore for him. He never asked questions. My boss noticed everything. Yeah, he's gonna notice everything because, girl, you're putting in an effort. Okay, let me just finish reading before I even comment, because this is so juicy. My boss notices everything, complimented me, and also my presentation and my work, and also my ideas. The way I laughed at his jokes, my gosh, it was out of the world. The affair started 3 months ago. Hotel rooms during fake client dinners, his apartment when his wife traveled for her job. He promised me everything. He said he was getting divorced. Said we would run the company together. Said his wife meant nothing. Last week he took me to his cabin upstate. While by the fireplace, plans for the future, he showed me the divorce papers he had supposedly filed. Once this is final, we can stop hiding, he said. I'll announce it at the company party. Everyone will know that you are mine. Okay. That night at the cabin, I felt so brave, invincible, I must say. I grabbed my phone and typed out the message to my husband. I'm done pretending. I'm with someone who actually values me. I want a divorce. My lawyer will contact you next week. His response came immediately. His response came in immediately. I already filed. Check your email. My hands shook as I opened it. Divorce petition. Filed 2 weeks ago. Adultery as grounds. Photos attached. Me and my boss entering hotels, leaving his apartment, the cabin reservation in his name with my car in the driveway. Then I saw a prenup clause I had forgotten about, the one his mother insisted on. Infidelity meant I got nothing. Not the house, not the investments, not even my car, which was in his name. I called him, he didn't answer. Called again, absolutely nothing. My boss was in the shower. I sat there staring at my phone, trying to understand how my husband knew. Then another email came through from my husband's lawyer. Security footage from our home office. Me on video calls with my boss, me deleting texts, me lying about clients' dinners. The email read, our client has been aware of the affair for 2 months. The email read, he hired our firm to ensure protection of his assets. Please have your attorney contact us to proceed. When my boss came out of the bathroom, I showed him everything. His face went white. He said, we need to be careful about this. But he was already backing away, already making excuses. What about your divorce? I asked. He couldn't look at me. I need to think about the company, my reputation. Maybe we should cool things down until this settles. Ooh. I went home that night to an empty house. My husband had moved out, taken his things, left mine. The prenup was on the kitchen counter with sticky notes marking where I had signed away my rights. My boss didn't text that night or the next day. When I went to work on Monday, HR was waiting. They had received an anonymous complaint about inappropriate conduct between a supervisor and subordinate. My boss threw me under the bus. Said I had pursued him. Said he had tried to maintain boundaries. Said he was committed to his marriage. I was suspended pending investigations. 2 days later, my boss blocked my number. His wife called me. Turns out those divorce papers were fake. She had never heard of me until my husband sent her the evidence of her husband's latest affair. It wasn't even his first affair. The story hit our social circles very fast. My husband, the quiet construction worker everyone overlooked, had played this perfectly. Patient, strategic. He had documented everything while I thought I was being the clever one. My family found out when my mother got a package, photos, texts, everything. She called me sobbing, asked how I could do this, how I could throw away a good man for what? A corner office? A company credit card? He loved you, she said, and you destroyed him for someone who won't even acknowledge you exist. My sister won't speak to me, says I got what I deserved. My friends are split. Some say he violated my privacy. Others say I violated my vows, which is very true, very, very true. The divorce will be final in 2 months. I'll get my clothes, my personal items, the debt from my student loans, nothing else. My boss kept his wife, his job, his reputation, and claimed I was unstable and obsessed. The company believed him. My husband started dating someone new last week, a teacher from his nephew's school. Sweet, pretty, someone who posts pictures of their hiking dates and cooking dinner together. Someone who comments on how lucky she is. Someone who is appreciating him. I'm staying with a coworker who feels bad for me, sending out resumes, trying to rebuild. Everyone asks the same question when they hear the story. How could I be so stupid? How could I throw away everything for someone who threw me away the second it got complicated? But the worst part, the thing that keeps me awake at night is my husband's final text. He sent it after I had been served, after I had lost my job, and after my family had turned their backs on me. He wrote, I would have forgiven you if you had just come home that night instead of sending that text. I would have tried to fix us. So, I guess my question is, do I even have the right to feel betrayed? when I was the one who betrayed him first. Oh, yeah. I feel like it's really complicated. You are entitled to feel the way that you are feeling, because you have been with this man for 8 years and you lost your way in the marriage because there was no communication, and you started enjoying the, in fact, you put your 20% that you're getting from your boss ahead or above the 80% that you were getting from your husband. And I would say that, eh, guys, when people are, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this in my language. Anzi zvokubira zvinonaka. Nambe tambe inoregwa ichanaka. You took it too far that you thought kuti your boss is going to leave his wife for you. And most of the times it's never the case. These men will tell you what you want to hear just because it's nice at that time. But once something happens, whether you get pregnant or if there was something that was really happening that was serious, you would have been like, I'm out. So you can feel betrayed, but I feel like your husband is the one who actually has the right to feel betrayed, because you are the one who stepped out of your vows. If he had stepped out of your vows, then maybe yes, but he saw that you have been doing these things. Because one thing about being together in a marriage for 8 years, you notice patterns. We already have a routine. You notice things. So once you start changing your behavior, the way you dress, the way you act, the way you smell, you're starting to put more effort. It shows that something is going on. If you had complained to your husband that you're no longer giving me much attention, I feel like this is not working out, we need counseling. If you had tried to put more effort into your relationship and your marriage, this could have been avoided. But the fact that you started, and the worst part is your boss is not even, he didn't even care about you, because you are the one who was now initiating for him to step over the boundaries of you guys being workmates. You are the one who started sending messages that didn't have anything to do. Yeah, you're the one who started sending messages that didn't have anything to do with, like you said, work reports or financial reports, and you opened that door. And it's just a pity that things ended the way they did. And for you to even send a divorce text while you're in your boss's bed, girl. No, that's really taking it too far. And the only advice I can give you is forgive yourself. You have lost the people that were close to you. Maybe there's a reason for that, but try to pick up the pieces, be strong, forgive yourself. Above all, forgive yourself, and don't rush into any relationships, because it could be a rebound. And also you might actually, like you're saying now, the your husband's new girlfriend, she's posting on the internet, she's appreciating him. That could also drive you or push you into rushing into a relationship where you are like, let me also prove a point that I can also be with someone and I can also be happy, and I'm also with someone who appreciates me. So take your time, heal, mourn your marriage, heal from everything that has happened, and then after that, when you are ready, when you have gotten your feet off the ground again, when you are ready to get out there, and then you can start doing your thing. But you will be fine. It's, if it was not meant to be, then it wasn't meant to be, because for you to even step out of the marriage, it means that you were not getting the things that you really desired in the marriage. We could have been wrong saying that you could have communicated. Maybe you have communicated, because we don't really know the whole story about your marriage. Maybe you have been communicating about all of the things, but your husband was not hearing you. So yeah, but I think for the listeners, you have heard, you have learned, when men tell you that they're gonna leave their wives and show you divorce papers, they will go to the extra length just to prove that they are leaving their wives. But trust me, none of that is true. None of that is true. And I actually feel so sorry for ladies who actually fall for that very quickly, because that's when you see he's gonna start sleeping over to prove a point that, I'm no longer with my partner. And you get this blanket on your face that you start believing everything, and it doesn't end well. It ends in tears. It ends in tears. Yo, I'm sorry, my sister Makajambuka. Uzambukile lo mnyaka, but you're gonna get up, you're gonna dust yourself, and yeah, keep trying. There's still love for you out there. You can get it, so yeah. Anyways, this is the end of our episode. I hope you guys you enjoyed. Please don't forget to join the community by subscribing, and also don't forget to engage in the comment section. Tell this lady what you guys think, and also if she has the right to feel guilty, or if if she has the right to feel betrayed. Because I understand her feelings that if her husband did find out, like he found out 2 months ago, he could have just said, hey, this is what's going on. Are you gonna deny it or not? Maybe this could have gone either way. So yeah. And also I feel like if she had humbled herself and went to the husband and asked for forgiveness, this thing is like acknowledging, taking accountability, it would have gone maybe either way. But yeah, i am I am very, very sorry. This should be a lesson to the young girls out there who are dating married men, and also it should be a lesson to those who are stepping out of the marriages, because most of the times it never works. And even if you work through it, I feel like the damage is already there, and now it's gonna be a marriage where even if anything happens, there's gonna be a trigger. So yeah, but anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked this episode. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Love you and bye.